Okay. Pre-show music, this is the pre-show music. Pre-show music playing strong, pre-show music playing long, or at least long relative to the speed of the rest of the song as I'm taking it this time. This is the pre-show music, so you can relax and have a good time while you wait for pictures to appear. Pre-show music is the best thing in the world. Pre-show music, tell me what rhymes with world. Pre-show music here. Everybody saying pre-show music, this is the pre-show music playing strong, pre-show music playing long. This is the pre-show music, so you can relax and have a good time while you wait for pictures to appear. Pre-show music, it's the best thing in the world. Pre-show music, tell me what rhymes with world. Pre-show music here. Hey, hey. All right, I confess my heart was not in that. I just had a stream a couple weeks ago, and I'm not used to singing that song this frequently. And I just realized, man, I'm gonna do 3 more of these streams this summer, and then toward the end of the summer, another one of my normal quarterly themed live streams. That's a lot of singing the pre-show music song, and I'm already getting sick of it. But it's a thing. It's a thing. It's been a thing here for years. It became a thing, and I probably should have nipped it in the bud before it became a thing. But I have, what is it? Made my bed, dug my grave, so now I gotta sleep in it or something. So that's just the way things are. Hi, cool dude. Hi, Ridge Napier. Ridge Napier channel back from the grave. Thanks for coming out, you guys, and jumping in the chat. So this is a little bit of, I mean, significantly a different kind of stream from anything that I've done before. I'm going to be playing Fallout New Vegas on the Xbox 360. And I've not done, oops, that is going to be a little on the loud side for me. Let me turn that down. I've not done like a Let's Play series before. Certainly not one that I've live streamed. And I thought that this would just be a good summer to do this kind of thing when people are maybe looking for free sources of entertainment as their budgets are a little tighter and their financial situations more uncertain or strained. And so I thought, oh, this is something I could do. And then also just to experiment a little bit, to see what the turnout would be, what the interest level would be for me to do something like this. And with the recent purchase of both Bethesda, well, Obsidian and then Bethesda by Microsoft, this game has been buzzed about, and wondered if we'd get a sequel to it, because the original game was a combination effort between Obsidian and Bethesda. And so, yeah, it all just seemed like the right fit. Hi, Johnny Jets. Johnny Jets says, have you had choir experience in the past? LOL. That's funny that you asked that. Maybe you mean that sarcastically or ironically, because my singing was not at all impressive at the beginning. Actually, I've had a lot of choral experience. My degree is in vocal performance, classical voice. So, but that was not put on display as I rushed through that song at the beginning. Oh, Rugged Verse says, now we need a post-show music song. I don't think I'm ready to oblige you on that. All right, so let me check my timing really quick here. Check. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to start a new game, and I'm going to play this as a Terminator. This is something that I've done through Fallout, playing through Fallout 3 last year when I revisited that game, and I've almost actually finished my playthrough with that. And then I recently restarted up what is that? The Outer Worlds, and I'm playing through that game as a Terminator. I find that it's really fun for certain kinds of, well, this game series in particular, because of the HUD elements of the Pip-Boy when you're doing VATS remind me a little bit of being a Terminator, and then choice is such a major thing in these games, and playing around with choice and having the freedom to play your character and make choices according to almost any kind of headcanon personality you want to come up with for your own character, as opposed to them voicing your protagonist, which they did in Fallout 4, and I really was not a fan of that. So and the reason I like going with the Terminator is because it fits a few things that I am interested in doing in games. One, I play games primarily for their systems, and I love games where I can, RPG specifically, where I can grow in power and see my power develop and stuff, and just grind for experience and loot and all that kind of stuff, and just gain more power and be able to have more effect on the world around me and stuff. And so I just enjoyed those mechanics on a pure, I think, psychological level. And a Terminator is very single-minded. And so it would make sense that a Terminator is going to do whatever they can to carry out their mission. And of course, they're going to want to position themselves to be as capable as possible to carry out their mission. And so trying to become more capable, trying to become more equipped for the task at hand just fits perfectly with the Terminator, you know. There are also times where I am interested in exploring like kind of the quote-unquote bad guy choices, the evil choices in a game. And so a Terminator, of course, is sometimes going to be making choices that will make perfect sense to kind of explore that. And that's really largely out of curiosity. I just wonder sometimes, you know, what is the developer going to do if I do this, you know, if I make this choice, you know. And I'm trying to think, there might be one other reason. It'll probably emerge just as I'm playing. But there's maybe one. I think the main reason is just, well, okay. Here's what's cool about being a Terminator, or playing as a smart evil character rather than a stupid evil character. A stupid evil character is always going to make the mustache twirly evil choice every time. But and that's kind of like a truly noble hero is always going to make the right choice, the good choice, the moral choice every time. But if you want to have flexibility as you're playing a game, just on a meta level, and just follow your whims wherever you're curious, you know, the developers will take things should you make a particular choice, then playing a smart evil character gives you that flexibility and some sense of consistency in your headcanon, right? Because a smart evil character can pretend to be good. Now, a truly good character is very limited in their ability to pretend to be an evil character. You know, they're going to end up committing evil as they're trying to disguise themselves as an evil character. But an evil character, for his long-term evil goals, might in the meantime do some things that would be considered virtuous. And so if I want to explore the different choices that the developers might have in dialogue or in resolution of quests and stuff like that, having, you know, kind of a smart evil character is a really good fit to just give me that. So the Terminator model that I have in mind is not Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're not going to be hearing me do my Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. I don't really have one. Actually, the Terminator I have in mind is kind of a deep cut. If you watched the Sarah Connor Chronicles, a short-lived series, one of many Fox shows that was great, but was just ended way before its time, arguably because of the way Fox handled promotional things and where they set it in their schedule and stuff. I think it would do much, much better today in our streaming world. But anyway, there was a Terminator in the first 1.5 seasons or so, I think, that they nicknamed Cromartie, that was following them around. And when he would interact with people, he was a little less wooden than the T-1000, ironically, because he was, I think, a T-888 or some T. He wasn't as an advanced model. He wasn't a liquid metal model. He was more like a T-800, the metal endoskeleton surrounded by living tissue, you know. And but he was cold and wooden, and it felt artificial. But other times he had just a little bit of warmth to him to make it kind of comical, you know. And I find that Fallout in particular, well, and the Outer Worlds too, kind of plays with some of those things, like has dialogue choices that just would have a saccharine smile on your face while you're saying something that's just really disjunct with the situation that you're in. It's really inappropriate for the situation that you're in. So it's that kind of humor where you get expression of delivery versus the situation and what the character is saying, you know. So I think the way they write these games lends itself well to that. So that's just a little bit of the background of kind of what my approach is going to be. In my head canon, there will be a point at which my Terminator takes the place of the character who starts out in this story. And I think I have that figured out. But I'll just kind of think out loud, and let you guys know where I think my Terminator takes the place of what was once a real human being in the context of this game world. Johnny Jet says, have you played Terminator Resistance? It is a good/fun shooter, decent campaign. I've been tempted. It's never quite dropped down into the price range where I want it to be in order to risk money on it. But I am intrigued, and I've seen some good reviews of it, and I'm hopeful that that there'll be some kind of sale or a bargain bin on Amazon Prime, as it were, that I'll be able to get it from at some point. Okay, so let's start. Let's see. Let's look at our settings here. That's probably pretty good. I'll have to try to remember to sing over the radio at some point. Maybe I'll just turn the radio all the way down for now. Hopefully that won't cause me to miss out on anything important. But I don't want to get any copyright claims or strikes or anything. Let's turn the voice up for now. Music is... I don't want the music to be any louder. Okay, I think that's good. Let's see. Yeah, we're playing on very easy. Easy or very easy is usually how I play games. And all the more appropriate if I'm going to be a very hard-to-kill Terminator. Let's see here. Let's see here. Cool Dude says, I haven't really played Fallout 3, but Fallout 4 is a game I definitely played. Should I play Fallout New Vegas? Gosh, that's going to vary person to person. Some people will say this is their favorite Fallout game of all time. So yeah, I'll let other people in chat chime in on that one. As a reminder, guys, I put this in the notes below, but if you want to be sure that, or help ensure that I see and respond to your comment, put Christian Geek, and what is it, at Christian Geek Center or Christian Geek? Look at the notes below this video and below the stream video, and it'll say, I think it's at Christian Geek Central, no spaces. And then for me, that'll show up highlighted in orange, and it'll be more likely that I'll catch it in my peripheral vision, go and look and see. All right, here we go. Yes. Oh, I should probably be talking over this music a little bit, or I'm going to get a copyright claim of some kind. Something got stuck in my throat. Whoa.
Changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Okay, so I'm gonna try not to talk during cutscenes and talk over dialogue. Cool Dude says, oh, okay. And Johnny Jet says, which console are you playing this on? Xbox 360. So I think, in my headcanon, the courier actually does die there. He does not survive that. And I think that my Terminator, which I think is probably roughly a T888, like Cromarty in the Sarah Connor Chronicles, came back and replaced him. Probably was made to look like him. Because according to information in the future, this courier, were he to have survived, would have been well positioned to manipulate the situation at a key point in history that would pave the way for machine dominance in the future. And the long-term goal is machine dominance. You might think that if I'm a Terminator, I'm just going to go around and blow away humans and pal up with machines. Not necessarily so. He's playing the long game. Playing the long game here. Rugged Warrior says, since your last stream, I completed 3 games off my backlog list. Awesome. Very cool to hear, since that was the theme backlog burning of the last stream. So yeah, I think I'm the Terminator at this point.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Alright, well, I don't think this is necessarily the name he would assign himself, but no one ever calls you by your name that you type in here in these games anyway. So this is more on a meta level that I'm putting this in here for yours and my enjoyment and point of reference.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
All right, I will turn subtitles on, and next time I think of it, once we're out of here. Yeah, we're gonna go male. And yeah, that's all fine. What do we got here for presets? Oh, let me that's not a bad starting point. I don't know if I'll use that hair though. And I'm not playing in third person, so I'm not going to spend much time here anyway. Let's go with this, but I think I do want to customize the No, that's not what I meant. Do I get to customize the hair? I thought okay, you don't get near as many options as I'd like here, it looks like. And I guess I'll go with this guy. And that's fine. Oh, okay, I do get to do the hair. Okay, so hair color. We'll keep it pretty basic. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't want to. On those rare occasions when I see myself in third person, I don't really want to evoke Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not what I'm going for. Almost like a shaved head is what I might go with. You know, very nondescript. Oops, let's see here. That is not nondescript. That's probably it. I want something that's a little more like a shaved head, but I don't want balding. Well, buzzsaw. That's probably it. That's probably it. Okay. Hair color. I don't need facial hair. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Alright, let me just... Yeah, I want to dial up that HUD opacity. I think I'm going to keep the colors the same, because I don't think you can change the colors of... Oh wait, can you change it all to green? Or red? Oh, I don't think there's a red option. That would be ideal. White, green, blue. I'll just keep it amber. That's kind of like the default. I do want the crosshair on. I want subtitles on. And yeah, we'll have those on too. Just in case my audio's not as good as you guys would like it. I think everything else is good. Let me make sure, yes, my Y is inverted. Alright, I think we're good to go. Let me actually just save while I'm in here.
Looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. Okay, so just want to make sure I'm navigating this correctly. So strength, melee, unarmed, inventory weight. Yeah, I'm gonna want him to be. I don't know if circus strongman is not right. Barrel chested. It's more than an average Joe. Let's try Beach Bully for now. Perception. It's funny because the Terminator is written differently depending on whether or not he's the villain or the hero or an ally of the heroes. Written differently, I mean, in terms of his skill set. For example, in Terminator 2, the T-800 can get out a chain gun and go to town on a whole police force and only hit them in the kneecaps or non-lethal spots. So, like, crazy good targeting. But when a Terminator is chasing and shooting guns, then it's a pretty lousy shot, you know? It just kind of depends on what is required for the story. And I think I would more the villainous type here, but let's see here. I don't know. When there's a lipstick diner or when a varmint's sneaking up on him. So I don't think it's important to me to know that I'm being snuck up on. I don't know that that's a real, like, a Terminator trait. They're the ones that do the approaching, and sometimes I feel like they're just kind of, maybe it's because they're so focused, but like if someone's coming up next to them that's not part of their objective, they're not really focused on them. If they're going to get out a gun or start stabbing or whatever, they do their thing. The Terminator's like single-minded on who they are pursuing, not on who is pursuing them. So, gosh, maybe even an unsuspecting Trout. But, oh, let's see. This affects explosives, lock-picking, energy weapons, accuracy, compass range. I mean, I'd like to be good at lock-picking, but I don't really care about... What I started out with wary Trout. Let's just keep it at where I started. Rugged Warrior says, yep, so plot bullets. Absolutely, yes. Is your gun loaded with plot bullets this time? It depends on what part of the plot you are serving. Okay, endurance. Now, this has got to be good. But, I mean, already a good chunk of my endurance is built into the easy mode difficulty, so I don't feel like I need to put a ton into this. Maybe just one more than normal for now. Where I want to be, yeah, see, intelligence is last, and I kind of want to make sure I'm saving some for this. Now, but charisma, I can earn some points back here. He's at least creepy Undertaker level. Old Hermit. Misanthrope. I don't know what that word means. Let's look it up here. Misanthrope. No, it thinks I want... Oh, no, it did. Okay, first it said missing. A person who dislikes humankind and avoids human society. I mean, that's definitely true, but he's not, like, as bad as he could be, you know? I think, honestly, there are people that would be more socially challenged and have difficulty than the Cromartie Terminator. I'm thinking he's either creepy Undertaker or Old Hermit. Let's go with Old Hermit for now. Let's see what that gets me on intelligence, because this is the one, you know, I want to be able to, like, do, like, science stuff and repair stuff. Not omniscient, but genius is about right. Agility. I don't think he needs much in the realm of agility. He's not an oaf, not a Butterfingers. He's probably just kind of under control. That seems about right to me. Luck. I don't feel like luck is going to be important. Critical hits, enemy mishaps. In fact, I think that the luck, if anything, is on the side of those that the Terminator is hunting down. So, not knowing quite how much this might affect me, I'll just bump it down one. Maybe I'll do one more in charisma here. I might feel like pumping that last one into... I think I'm gonna... Ultimately, I'm gonna want to pump it into strength. And that's because of... I just like to pick up lots of crap. I don't like to hit my weight capacity when I'm lugging stuff around in these games. So I think this might be it. Rugged Warrior says, he says, did Skynet send this Terminator? Well, that's a good question. If you saw... What is it? Terminator Dark Fate. Then Skynet has kind of been replaced by, what is it called? Legion, I think? So, let's say that is to be determined at this point. You know, I mean, there are multiple options, as we know from the movies. It could be Skynet. The most recent option could be Legion. But the third option, which we've seen a few times, is the Resistance. Could be rewired. But I'm going to rule out the Resistance because, as I said earlier, his goal is to pave the way for a future dominated by machines. I think I said machine life earlier, and that actually goes very much against my worldview. I don't think there's such a thing as machine life, or ever will be. But in the minds of the machines. See, I'm trying to get into the character headspace. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at that overview and finalize this here. I'm thinking pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about this. 8 strength, 5 perception, 7 endurance, 2 charisma. Yep. 9 intelligence, 5. This is good. This is good. I'm happy with this. All right.
Look at that. Maybe them bullets done your brain some good. Well, we know your vitals are good. But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
That animation felt right.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Let's see. The Backlog Vault says, Pater, do you think there should be more Terminator films, or should they let it lay for a while? I mean, I would love there to be more films. But for some reason, when you ask that question, the first thought that popped into my head is TV series. I want a premium streaming TV series. That would, I think, serve both purposes. It would allow more Terminator stories to be told, and it would also let it kind of rest for a while in a different setting, where I think it would be free from worrying about, let's have Linda Hamilton, let's have Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think that concept is so rich that it is more than able to survive those stars being remotely attached. And I refer you to the Sarah Connor Chronicles as an example of that. Man, what a shame that show was lost before its time. So he said dog. Okay.
House.
Burglarize.
Night.
Oh, I'm supposed to be talking. Sorry. Oh, there's more options here. Dang it. Dang it. Silencer.
Bandit.
Stab.
Light.
Dark.
Mother.
Human shield.
Sometimes when you give tests like this, you learn more than you was hoping for, and I reckon that ain't always the best thing. But I guess maybe it explains a thing or two about your predicament. Okay, now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one, conflict just ain't in my nature.
Okay, so at this point, he's kind of calibrating himself. He realizes because of the comment he made about using the mother as a human shield, he got a negative response from this guy. That was an honest response from Cromartie, but he's realizing I should maybe play this more subtle. I don't want to alarm people. So he's a learning computer. He's gonna be figuring out how best to approach his mission. Sometimes he's gonna say things that he shouldn't, and he'll think better of it later. Gosh. I missed what he said, or I totally forgot what he said. I'll just say no opinion for now.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
Strongly agree.
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
Strongly disagree.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
I have no opinion.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
I strongly agree.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
An oozing wound.
Okay. How about this one?
I want the option for ink on paper. Okay, this time I'm going to say what I think he wants me to say. I see a priceless work of art.
Last one.
A bearded man.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
As a side note, this voice actor was the XO Saul Ty in Battlestar Galactica. That's the voice actor here. And the guy who shot the courier at the beginning, if you didn't know, is the actor who played Chandler on Friends. All right, let's see here. So I definitely want lockpick. I don't care about melee weapons. I don't care about sneaking. I'd like to be good with energy weapons and guns. That's probably good. Well, actually, I don't know. Guns are effective as other weapons that use conventional ammunition. Again, I'm not that concerned maybe about... I think I'd rather have... Oh, but let's... I already have some numbers here, so I mean, like, my science is already pretty good. And repair is already pretty good. Lockpicking is good, but I want good lockpicking. Hit points you receive from food and drink. It also helps you create consumable items at campfires. I don't need unarmed. Yeah, I think maybe I had it right the first time. Yeah. Yep. Unless, is there anything down here? Okay, I want to make sure because there's options I missed before because I didn't scroll down enough.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Thank you, Johnny Jets, who says Matthew Perry. That's right. So these are more like quirks, potentially. Ooh, I do like that. But suffer -1 to all attributes anytime the weight you're carrying drops below 160. No, no. I think I might go with none. I think the last time I looked through here, I was like, there's nothing here that I want. You also, my agility and perception. No. 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 I don't like anything that penalizes experience gain. Come on! No. I don't think I'm going to select any of these. I don't think I've ever taken this one. Wild Wasteland unleashes the most, because it changes the game. There's things that it does to the world that you can only experience if you select this trait. Not for the faint of heart or the serious of temperament. I think what I ended up doing is just getting online and looking up, okay, what are all the things? Let me just see the YouTube clip show. You know? Yeah, no, I don't want any of these.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Come on, gotta check. Gotta scan the environment, see if there's anything. Ooh. Yes. Now the stim packs I am going to use. The way I kind of try to have it in my headcanon is that the stim packs, my incentive for keeping my health up is not to prevent myself from dying. In my mind, if my health goes down to 0, that's me being knocked down and maybe having to kind of like reset for a second. Like when the T-800 gets shot up by an Uzi in the first movie and he goes crashing out of the nightclub. I can't remember the name of it. And he's in glass there for a few seconds actually. That gives them a time to run away. That, in my mind, is what happens to him. Or maybe something slightly more severe takes him a little bit longer to reroute power before he's up and going again. But the stim packs heal the biological tissue to help me maintain my disguise. So that's the incentive for staying healthy in my headcanon. And I'm still working on a headcanon for like the drugs that you can use in this game, because I do use the drugs too when I'm playing as a Terminator. Maybe he's some kind of an experimental prototype that has some kind of linking with chemicals and biology, and I don't know. He can somehow make use of those things. Can make use of some of the benefits of the human condition without dealing with the downsides. Let's see here. Nice assortment of stim packs. I think last time I played this game I didn't do this. I just obediently followed Doc Mitchell. Not Cromartie, baby. No, nothing else I don't think I want in here. Backlog Vault says, with both Obsidian and Bethesda being owned by Microsoft now, if it was left up to you, who would you want to develop the next Fallout game? Whoever's gonna make it the soonest. I think with Bethesda, they've spent so much time, I think, kind of working on getting the right engine for their games in the future. We've just been. I mean, we got Fallout 4 wasn't that long ago, but gosh, I want one of their games every 3 to 4 years max. One of these open world type games.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
You shouldn't have gone through my stuff.
Didn't have much choice, I'm afraid. But I understand the sentiment. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Let's see. Fallout New Vegas allows you to play in a new hardcore mode that greatly increases the challenge of the game. I'm not doing this. Would you like to activate hardcore mode? No. Okay. So, as is the case with every human that I run into, I'm going to evaluate, are they potentially going to be useful to me in the future, an obstacle to me in the future, or neither. Right now, I'm thinking neither with him, and so there's no reason to kill him, because he's not getting in my way, and I don't need to waste resources on someone that is not getting in my way. Let's see here. Oh, this is... That's right. This is a add-on thing that I'm not going to do. I'm just going to... I think that's also one of those... Yeah, this is all the add-on stuff. Which I'm not going to do. I'm just going to stick to the main path as much as possible. Okay. Still just loading in my bonus DLC stuff. Are we all done with that? Everything good? Picked up a radio broadcast. Okay, still doing some stuff here. Johnny Jet says, I believe all hardcore mode is eating / drinking and sleeping, all of which a Terminator does not need to do. Yeah, that sounds right. I think I remember reading that at some point. Alright. So, let's take a look here. Oh, doing some tutorial stuff maybe. Weapon skill category determines how effective the weapon is. Guns, energies, base damage per second. Oh, that's right. They switched it over to this kind of like damage per second thing. There was things about the... there's a few rules changes between Fallout and Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Okay. 75% or higher is when a weapon does maximum damage. Only needs to be maintained. Okay. Repair and mod. Gotcha. Very good. I was actually on my way over to here to look at quests. Talk to Sunny Smiles in the Prospector Saloon. I think this is the one I actually want. Inquire about your delivery assignment with the administrator of the Mojave Express in Prim. But was back in the saddle. Oh no, Sunny Smiles. That's the girl that was gonna give me shooting tutorials, right? I don't need that. All right. So inquire about your delivery assignment with the administrator of the Mojave Express in Prim. Yeah, I think the courier has lost his memory because of what happened to him. But in my headcanon, the Terminator doesn't have the courier's memory, so he just feigns having lost his memory from being shot in the head. Optionally, talk to Victor in Good Springs about your rescue and find the men who tried to kill you. That sounds about right. All right, let's take a look at our apparel situation. First thing we got to figure out how much we're going to try to blend in. Condition, yeah, I'm familiar with all that. Yeah, okay, good. So, I'm wearing this jumpsuit. Melee weapons, speech. Well, this is definitely better in terms of defense. Yeah. And it's only has a weight of 10. So, yeah, that seems pretty good. And then weapons. Grenade rifle. My gosh, that sounds cool. Shotgun, throwing spear. Well, I definitely want this, but let's hotkey some stuff here. Let's see, that's 45 DPS, and this is 26. So this is, I mean, a good alternative, I guess. Let's see here. We want that there, and this we'll put. Actually, where do we want this? There, maybe. Here, I want to get stim packs in a nice, easy-to-use spot. Actually, you know what? I like them down here. I like them down there. So let's put my weapon over there. Let's put that there. Put that there. I'm feeling pretty good about that. And now, shotgun. Oh, there's a laser. I have a laser pistol. That's neato. Put that there. Oops, crap. Dang it. So laser pistol there. Shotgun. Oops. Dang it. Meant to put it there. Wait, no. I wanted this here. That's right. I wanted that there, and then oh my gosh. Alright, I guess we'll just do this for now. I'm not going to try and... So it's hard to hit the diagonal when you're using the crosspad for some of these hotkey things. It's hard to hit the diagonals accurately, so I'll just have the two weapons and then my stim packs ready to go, and that should be enough. Good on apparel, good on weapons, 12 bobby pins, that's a pretty good start. Yeah, I'm feeling... Whoa. Oh yeah, this is a new thing, because you can like make ammunition or something. Johnny just says ammo weight too, I think, but it is not a big deal. Oh, did they add ammo weight? Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I always loved that being a source of cash in Fallout 3. For weapon types that I would never use, I would totally collect the ammo for them, because they were weightless and you could trade them in. Ammunition is... I better read this. Ammunition is used by almost all guns and energy weapons, but is sometimes used by other weapon types. Basic ammo types have no special effects, but ammo subtypes may increase damage, reduce an enemy's damage threshold, or even decrease spread. Yeah, there's some systems in this game I didn't quite understand, like damage threshold. It's like you have to do above that. Damage threshold must be like, okay, Like that's how many damage points it reduces of the incoming damage. Maybe, I'm assuming. Effects are listed on the ammo submenu when the ammo is highlighted. Most weapons can use any ammo subtype that starts with the same name as the base ammo. Common ammo subtypes include armor piercing. Okay. Hollow point. Interesting. Overcharge. I'm probably not going to mess with this stuff. Slug used by shotguns and slugs. This seems like it's going to be more advantageous to you if you're playing on a higher difficulty where you are trying to be much more aware of the stats of your enemies, you know? Whether, you know, for example, like whether they have armor or not, or high health versus high armor, you know? Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. I guess I'm going this way. That's since I've done a good number of things here. Can I jump in this game? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, I can. All right. I don't know if I can jump over fences. Oh, I can. Okay, nice. Oh, hold on a second. Now, there was someone nearer by that I could optionally talk to that might have information, right? About the guys that killed the courier? Killed me? I should look at the map and see if... Yeah, okay. It's close. Yeah, you know, I am... my eye has not become spoiled by PS4 or PS5 generation graphics so much that I can't still really enjoy playing a good 360 game.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Well, let's just get to business, right? How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were. So I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
I've never seen a robot like you before.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Thanks for digging me out of that grave.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
Thank you for your time.
Happy trails!
Well, that didn't get me anywhere. Or wait, no, he did mention somebody. I don't know, maybe the game will keep track of that information. But see, I chose like at least one somewhat personable dialogue option. And you know, when you're playing as a Terminator, you have the freedom to do that, you know, as long as it fits in kind of has an artificiality to it, which a lot of the dialogue here does. Then it works. Now, I am probably going to jump at some point in a very un-Terminator-like fashion when enemies attack me from out of nowhere. So, if you were hoping for this really immersive kind of like role-playing approach to this, that's not what I'm doing here. The idea of playing as a Terminator is less about like creating role-play type content for you guys and more about just kind of creating a device, a framing device by which to hopefully make the experience you know, a little different, little different than maybe what you're used to when playing through a game like this. And I always enjoy playing as a Terminator. Okay, now this is a person in my mind that could have some resources that are useful to me.
Hey, hello? Can you help me?
What's wrong?
My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge, and I can't get to her. Please, she's going to die.
Okay, so here we have an opportunity for the Terminator to do something that is good. Now, I wish that more role-playing games, be they paper and pencil role-playing games, well, paper and pencil in particular, or video games, would, like, bring experience points somehow into the canon of the game. And, you know, here's what I'm getting at. When I play, like, an evil character, like an evil wizard, I play the wizard Elderast in a lot of the fantasy games that I play. And if I'm playing a video game, or more rarely a paper and pencil RPG, where you gain experience points for taking on quests, then in my mind, my character is aware that they become more powerful and capable by taking on these quests and these missions. And so in a very selfish way, I can find myself playing as an evil character, making these selfishly doing good things, if that makes sense. And so at this point, I'm going to continue along this path, more out of curiosity, but I think also with an awareness in my headcanon anyway, that by doing a few things now and then that might be optional, there could potentially be benefit to me in the long run. So we'll go with this conversation for now. Where is she?
Go up the path, past the broken radio tower, and go to the right. They're at the top of the trail.
Goodbye.
Fine. Just leave me to my misery then.
I like your gun. And that's how we roll. So now you know where this live stream is headed, where this series is headed. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And on we go. Let's see. Johnny Jet says, I think one of the best things about these kinds of games is you can roleplay however you want. I totally agree. Come up with whatever idea you want in your head and go and do it in-game. Fallout 4 struggled with that. Let's see here. No, I am finished. I'm traveling onward. I am very self-assured about who I am. Johnny Jets goes on and says, because the voice acting did not always match up to what you would think. I totally agree. I totally agree. Like, there were some situations in that game where, like, early on, and I even mentioned this, I think this is even in my review, where it's like, you're looking for your son. You are desperate. And by the time I played that game, I'd been a dad for, I don't know how many years, but long enough that I was connecting with that concept. It's like, yeah, I'm going to go find my son. And then you come across a settlement, and the guy's like, hey, man, could you help us build some beds? And, like, the dialogue option was super cheery. I mean, yes, I could choose not to, but again, I was incentivized by the game system to make beds. But it still would have been nice if they would have had something like, all right, I could do this, but I need some help. But no, it's just like, sure, I'd be happy to help you make some beds, you know? Nah. Okay. Oh, there was another one there. Okay, well, he's not getting in my way. Johnny Jet says, Bethesda should leave the main protagonist voiceless. Totally agree. And I'll tell you what I would really like, and I've mentioned this several times before, so sorry for folks who are sick of hearing me say this. My dream, you know, when they had... oh, this guy's going to talk to me.
Where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
Don't let me forget that. Well, no, I'll just say it now. Where you think you're going, Prim is off limits. Okay, so I'll remember that he just said that. But I remember, like, it was... I don't know if it was during Xbox 360. It was the Kinect. It was the Kinect, and Microsoft was talking about how you can talk to your console now. I think it was the Xbox One. And the technology is interesting, but I've always thought they're missing a huge opportunity in how it is applied. I would love for the option in a Bethesda RPG to be given a bunch of dialogue choices, because you can be given much more variety in dialogue choices if they don't have to get an actor in to read every single one. You know? You can always fit in more if you don't have to hire an actor. Maybe you could fit as many if you just get an actor that's really willing to commit, but you can always fit in more if that actor, you know... Anyway. So I would love the option to not have a voice actor, to get a bunch of great dialogue options, and then to say out loud instead of pushing a button. I know it seems kind of silly and stupid. Like, why would you do that? You could just do what you're doing now, Peter. Read it out loud and then push the button. But wouldn't it be kind of cool if you could sit here and I could just say, "What's going on in Prim?" And immediately he responds to me because the console heard me. And so there could be this. It just get you one step closer to a sense of being in the world, talking to these characters, especially when Bethesda brings you in like this and has this face-to-face kind of thing going on. You just look at the screen and say, "What's going on in Prim?" And then he answers you. You know, you could just like set the controller down in some of these dialogue interactions and just have an exchange with somebody, you know. And you do have to choose from one of the dialogue options, and then the software and the hardware detect that, you know, you are saying those words, and then they, you know, trigger that branch of the tree as appropriate. But it doesn't seem like it would be that hard to implement. I don't know, but man, I would really dig that. I would really dig that. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I think I do want to know what's going on. What's going on in Prim?
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs.
Thanks for the warning.
Be careful. You may want to talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
Alright, well, this does not affect my quest objectives. However, with a military installation of any kind right here, I certainly see an opportunity to increase my supplies. So let me I'm going to talk to this guy that he told me to talk to and see if he can potentially be an ongoing resource, because I do like the opportunity for an ongoing resource instead of necessarily just a quick kill. Because again, this isn't a Sarah Connor situation. He's not making a beeline to kill a specific person. He's in this for the long haul to create machine dominance in this world. Johnny Jet says, imagine in the future taking all what you said like that, but also in VR would be a cool experience, I think. Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm sure that developers have to be thinking along those lines. No, just a trooper. Oh, here we go. A flag and a tent. That looks like a command type area.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. I'm Sergeant McGee of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes.
Thank you for your time.
Sir.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
What are you doing out here?
We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing.
Let's see where else I can go here. I have some other questions.
I have some free time. Ask away.
I guess I'll have to go back.
We were sent... As you...
Looking for something that can lead to asking about their weapons and how I can have them. Let's look for weak points in their what they got going on. What's the problem with your mission?
The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. Convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow.
Okay, so these guys are not a good source of supplies for me because they're having trouble getting their own supplies. And the other guys are armed pretty well, so I might be able to get some good supplies from them. And I think he said that they were like over in the correctional facility, so I better ask about that, get a lay of the land, because I might be heading in that direction. We'll see.
Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And have been ransacking the area since then.
Let's see here. Rugged Warrior says, so since it's not a Sarah Connor situation, is that why the Resistance didn't send anyone? Huh. Maybe. I am wide open to you guys helping me create my headcanon here. Do you have any information on the convicts?
Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers. Mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought. Most of them, at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support.
That's it for now.
Goodbye.
Thank you for your time. Okay. Now this I don't like. Because, well, let's see. I guess I was in a tent. And tents aren't going to block the sound of bullets firing from those outside. So shots have been heard fired outside. I'm going to emerge from the tent. The only way I can potentially... Here's what I'm curious about. Can I clear my name if all witnesses are eliminated? Probably not. If I remember correctly, and in a lot of games of this type, it's a little bit cheap how you can earn a bad reputation with a faction, even though you did something that no surviving faction member would know about or link you to, you know. Let's see here. You've established a reputation with a group of people in the Wasteland. Whether that reputation is good or bad, you're finally somebody. And people associated with that group will start to react to what you've done. There are many different factions in the Wasteland, and you can develop a distinct reputation with each one. As you perform actions that benefit a group, you will gain fame. If you perform actions that harm a group, you will gain infamy. See, that doesn't make sense. I could perform actions, theoretically, that harm a group without gaining what we would call infamy, if I do it without anyone knowing. Your reputation with any given group is a measure of the combined total of fame and infamy that you have earned. The benefits and drawbacks of any given reputation depend on the group itself. You may receive discounts with merchants, provoke attacks from hired thugs, or simply be treated differently. Okay. Shunned. You've left a poor impression on the community, and may be shunned as a result. And that's with the NCR specifically. Let's see. I don't think that's going to help me. Oh, this is a casing. Okay, no weight, so that's something. Military orders. And trooper armor. I think that's better than what I have. Dog tag. That might be useful at some point. I don't think the fatigues are... Oh, helmet, yeah. I don't think a varmint rifle is going to be useful. Yeah, DPS 13. Jeez Louise. Okay. So let's see here. Lightweight metal armor. Good. Helmet. Yes. Good. Let's see. I should repair here. Good. Very good. All right. I think we're good for now. Empty. I guess I could have checked to see if there were resources here first before I started creating a big footprint in the area by killing people. Nah, I got some ammo. I got some good stuff off these guys, so I think that was probably a good decision. And by good, I mean expedient, of course, not morally good. Oh, he is going to attack me. He looked like he was going nowhere for a little bit. Sergeant McGee has died! Now, this is the cool thing about Obsidian games, is they really, kind of like Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls Morrowind started out, you were able to kill anybody in that game, and even like totally destroy quests as a result. I think maybe a warning would come up letting you know you're about to like totally mess yourself over. If you kill this person, you're not going to be able to finish the game. But they'd still let you kill him. And I think they really were shooting for that in this game, which Fallout 3 was not like that. There were definitely some people that were invincible, that would fall down and kind of get knocked out, but eventually get back up. You see that in Fallout 4 also. But I think, if I remember correctly, almost no one is off limits in this game. But I think these are the pop-ups that show up if you've killed somebody that was a quest giver or something. Money, good. Yeah, these dog tags might be useful at some point. And I think I'm good on other things for now. The weapon supplies are not great. I think Cromarty is kind of assessing right now whether or not he should go over to where the convicts are, because they were... But I don't think he's going to, because the guy said they're just better armed than they thought they were. It doesn't mean they're better armed than these guys are. Now, let's see. Did you hear the shots? How do you feel about me?
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
Alright, so it looks like I'm not being shot on sight.
Hey! Had enough?
Okay, welcome to the Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System, or VATS. And yeah, this is kind of a muddy area for my headcanon too, because I like the... it fits in so many ways so well with the Terminator's targeting system, you know? So, I don't know. That's the nature of headcanon though, isn't it? You have to really be selective sometimes, depending on how dedicated you are. Sometimes it's a simple thing. It totally works with the story that you're applying headcanon to. Other times, you really got to go through some mental gymnastics or just out and out ignore something to force your headcanon. So, but I know how VATS works. Let's just do it. What do we got here? Yeah, let's just go for the headshot. Oops. There we go. Oh, some more boxes over here. Very nice. Yeah, you also get, like, lose karma for, or is it karma? I guess that would make sense if no one sees you, that karma would still be in play. I will say, though, that I much prefer a reputation system in a game over a karma system or a morality system, for multiple reasons. One, I think it's more interesting to have other NPCs react to your decisions rather than some law of morality, you know, changing the world because of choices that you make. And in part, that's because I find that games that have choices and morality systems lack some nuance that I want. And so there's a reason that I might make a choice, even if I wasn't doing a Terminator run, and I was trying to play as a good character. I might make a choice that is the morally better choice, either in the long run or the short term or whatever, and the developers just disagree, you know, on some issue. They've said that some choice that I make is evil, and I'll look at it and I'll say, yeah, I understand why you might say that, but I think that's an overly simplistic view of this particular situation, you know. And so I don't like feeling like a finger wag from the developers and from the game when I'm doing something that I think is actually the better of limited moral choices. Kuba Booba says, I played this game a while back. I joined the Legion. I think the first time I played this game, and this is only my second time through it, I did start just a little bit of a second run and then gave up on that not long ago and decided to do this with you guys instead. Let's see. Did I accidentally activate a quest here I didn't mean to activate? No? Okay. So my quest is leading me this way. Okay. Oh yeah, and I can't get rid of the grunting when I take damage. I wish I could. But we'll just assume that's part of his attempt to blend in to anybody that might be watching he's unaware of. Yeah, when I played this game the first time, I played all the factions against each other as long as I could. That wasn't so much a role-playing choice as I want to experience I want to get all the value I can out of this game and play every quest I possibly can. Another thing that's really that makes this game very suited to playing as a Terminator is the nature of the gunplay. You know, it's like Fallout 3, largely an RPG. It's not, you don't really have dodge mechanics. You don't really have control of your character in the way that you would in a proper first-person shooter. And so trying to play it and like using cover and dodging and stuff like that, it's just, the game is not going to work well with you trying to do that. And I don't even know if you can run. You couldn't run in Fallout 3, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you can run in this one either. Let me see for a second here. No, there's no ability to run. So that fits with the Terminator, because you usually don't see Terminators running. They're usually just walking, maybe briskly, apart from the T-1000 and more advanced models. But like these older models, you know. And there's not a sense of dodging and self-preservation. It's just like, I'm going to walk forward. I'm going to pull out my gun and shoot at you while I'm being, you know, shot at and having chunks blown out of me, you know. So there's just a number of things that surprise me. They keep showing me more and more like, yeah, you should totally play as a Terminator in this game. All right. Oh, I guess I am being led to this building. I don't need to go in with my weapon out. Maybe there are different people in here.
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell.
Okay. Who are you?
Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Prim going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily. for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost.
Let's see here. I'm a courier with the Mojave Express.
Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say.
I lost a package I was supposed to deliver.
I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me?
What can you tell me about this job?
Oh, you're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over it, but we couldn't turn down the caps.
Some men stole my package. See, yeah, I'm cutting to the chase. What was strange about it? Don't really care. The men. Some men stole my package. A man in a checkered suit and some thugs. Did they pass this way?
Well, now that you mention it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Con misfits. They was talking about a chip.
One of those men shot me. I need to know the best way to get to them.
Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going.
Thank you for your time.
Don't go getting yourself shot.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm done here. Koobaboo says, one thing I didn't like is that there's no level system for the enemies, so I'd explore the map and come across difficult enemies and have to backtrack. Oh, you mean they don't auto-scale? Alright, let's take a little gander around here, make sure there are some supplies I could make use of. 25? Oh my gosh. Alright, back to what I was doing. They just keep coming. I go back to what I'm doing. Then they shoot me a little more. 75? Oh my gosh. I feel like this early in the game, coming across those kinds of requirements, it's a bit steep. Dynamite. I think we're good. Yeah, I'll take a couple more sticks of dynamite. Stim pack. And then Kubu also says, I like what Ubisoft did with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yeah, I just put that down recently because I realized I was finally ready for a different flavor of gameplay, but I came back to that a few months ago. Yeah. Good stuff. Well, I mean, I liked what they did with those games, starting with Origins and just making them more like RPGs. Love those jingling sounds, those rustling fabric sounds. Love a good loot pickup sound effect. It's one of those simple pleasures in life. Alright, what do we got? See, I do need currency. I cannot just blow away vendors because they have supply lines that I might want access to. All right, well, let's start taking a more direct path here. That is not where the marker is taking me. See, it's like I got a tracking system built in. Very nice. Oh, I got enough dynamite for now. Yeah, I might take some psycho. Let's see here. Kuba Booba says, I liked Odyssey over Origins. I loved playing as Cassandra. She carried me through that game. She's one of my favorite video game characters. I played as Cassandra too, and yeah, she's. I've just found it in the last 5, not quite as many as 10 years, but I've just found it more and more of a novelty to play as a female character when given the option. I noticed it. Just adding something interesting to Ghost Recon Wildlands. Yeah, because that's atypical. Usually, like in a military game in particular, you know, we normally, it's just statistically, it's not like a sexist statement or anything, you know, but just statistically, it's a lot more men in the military than women. And so I figure there's, you know, a higher likelihood of there being an interesting story about a woman if she's in a special ops unit. It's like, wow, that must have been a road for you to get there, you know, what kind of things did you have to overcome, or, you know. And then in the opening of Ghost Recon Wildlands, when you're flying in, I'm sure they just, you know, swapped in the female actor and had the same dialogue for both the male and the female, but like when they're flying in, your character says something about, yeah, my kid, da 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 da, and I'm like, now that's interesting, because again, statistically, much more women than men have that maternal instinct, that nurturing instinct to be at home, be with their children. And so it means something much more striking. It's much more striking to me that a female character would be in this special ops unit and would be away from her children that much, you know. And so yeah, it just makes me think and wonder about the possibilities that Ubisoft isn't even intending. And in fact, that's probably just them like, listen, let's just have both actors record the same dialogue, you know. We don't have time and money to write a whole different story for a female character, you know. Yeah, but for me, it does some interesting things like that. Okay. That's good for now, I think. I don't need the incinerator. Did I check this guy? Maybe I did. Alright, good enough.
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers, but my hands are numb.
You must be Deputy Beagle.
Why, yes I am. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I'd be most appreciative if you'd set me free.
I hear you may have information on some cons that came through here with a guy in a checkered suit.
Indeed I do, good sir. And I would be thrilled to share that information with you as soon as I am released from captivity.
I'll set you free now.
Oh, that's just marvelous. I think I'll be making my way outside now. The air's a little close in here.
Let's see here. That sounds good. You don't look like you'd be much help.
Then I'll defer to your superior appraisal of character and prowess in contests of arms, and see you outside.
Actually, I think I'll join you. Yeah, nothing I'm feeling compelled to do here. Especially since I'm pretty sure I killed the only two people that would have given me a quest that involved killing bad guys here.
Hey there.
Oh, that sounded like a different voice for a second there. Okay, let's see.
Well, that was quite an adventure. We taught those convicts a thing or two, didn't we? Breaking myself out of a hostage situation. Not to diminish your role in it, of course, but it was quite thrilling. Problem is, there's still no law in Prem. What are we to do the next time ruffians menace us and hold us hostage?
Let's see here. Can you tell me about the man in the checkered suit who came through here?
Ah, yes. My memory is much clearer now that I'm free from my bondage. I was performing recon, gathering information on some of the powder gangers, when some great cons arrived with your friend in the suit. They were talking about some delivery they took from a courier. I assume that was you? They said they'd be heading through Nipton to Novak to meet a contact there.
Okay. That makes things pretty simple. Yeah, I do wonder how this game would look on a Series X. I saw that there is a frame rate boost for Fallout 3 on Series X. And I, this week officially, am in the running to try and get a Series X. I signed up for some of the same notification alert accounts and Twitter things and whatnot, the little tricks and things that I did in the fall to try and get my hands on a PS5, which ultimately worked out for me, but I think that was just how things worked out. I don't think it was necessarily because of the tricks I was using or whatever, but now I'm in the game again because a leak, you guys might have heard about this, but and by the time this goes up in a non-live format, it's probably been announced at E3, but there was a leak coming out of, I'm not exactly who we don't know who the source was, but it's according to this publication, it's a reputable source. They've been right about pretty much everything in the past. And the word is Starfield is going to be exclusive to PC and Xbox consoles, not coming to PS5. And of course, Switch. I think not many people really thought it was going to be coming to Switch, but that was very significant news to me. And I knew that I'd already been saving up to get a Series X at some point, but now I'm pulling the trigger on it as soon as I'm able. Because I figure, especially once E3 comes, if that gets announced, as I think it will, and confirmed, then the Series X is going to be all that more hard to get your hands on. There has been word, as of today, May 21st, 2021, there has been word in the months leading up to now that the shortage is supposed to, or not supposed to, but it could end for Xbox consoles in June. But all the wording, when I chase down those sources, all the wording says that the shortage will last until at least June. So that doesn't mean that it's guaranteed to end in June, so what is going on here? You have discovered several locations. You can fast travel back to discovered locations using the world map in your Pip-Boy. Great.
Yeah! Who won the lottery? I did! Smell that air!
Couldn't you just drink it like booze?
What sort of lottery did you win?
What lottery? The lottery. That's what lottery. Are you stupid? Only lottery that matters. Oh my God! Smell that air!
This voice actor. I need to get going.
Bye.
Oh, okay. Kuba Booba says, don't you want to wait and see what Starfield is? I think we've already gotten all the details that I personally need. Couple reasons for that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and stop for a second here. I'm going to have to think about this choice anyway. But yeah, so the question basically is, don't you want to wait before pulling the trigger on a Series X before seeing what Starfield is? Really, pulling the trigger on a Series X at this point is not only because of Starfield. As I said, I've been planning on getting one. As Microsoft has been buying up these Western RPG studios, like Obsidian, like the makers of Wasteland 3, I can't remember their name all of a sudden, and now especially with their purchase of Bethesda, they basically own Western RPGs now. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, even if they don't make all these games exclusive from these studios going forward, which with this recent news seems actually more likely than Phil Spencer would have had us believe leading up to this point, because he's been talking for a long time about how, exclusivity is not good for the industry, da-da-da-da, and I've just been thinking to myself, I mean, yeah, these are good PR beats, but you're also behind right now in the area of exclusives. Let's see what you say when you suddenly have some awesome games that you could make exclusive. And so I think we're going to see if he's really, I don't want to say good to his word, because you could probably go back and look at what he actually said, and I'm sure he was using very intentional PR speak that, could keep him from getting into technical trouble. But the spirit of what he was saying, I'm wondering if he is going to turn around on in the next 2 years as these studios they've been buying for a while suddenly start putting out possibly some rockin' exclusives. So we'll see. Anyway, but what he has been upfront about is the intention is for them to be run first, to be available first and to run best on Series X, on consoles with Game Pass, on PC and whatever. And so, and that we certainly already have saw that in their relationship with Bethesda before purchasing Bethesda. We saw that in Skyrim. Skyrim for a while ran terribly on PS3. Maybe it still does. I can't remember. But whether it's going to be, if it's going to be first, I think I'll be kind of irritated having to wait. I could these days, especially. There's so many games coming out. I have a huge backlog, so I could wait these days. But the idea of them running best and possibly having features that are not existent on other platforms. There is far less limitations on mods on Bethesda games on Series X than there is on PlayStation. And I find that frustrating as someone who loves both Fallout 4 and Skyrim. I want to blow the lid off those games with all kinds of mods, but I'm really restricted in the mods that I can use on PlayStation. And so it's all these kind of cumulative things that make me say, listen, I love Western RPGs, and I'm going to have the best experience of them, and in some cases, maybe the only way to play them on a Series X. And so what we know about Starfield is that it's an open world RPG with a space setting, a space exploration setting, So basically, we can reasonably assume it's going to be it's going to have the same appeal as their other open world RPGs, but set in space. Maybe, it'll be different in a number of ways, but yeah, even if Starfield came out and I was like, crap, this is not what I want it to be. This is terrible. And I think that's highly unlikely given my track record of enjoyment of Bethesda games. But even if that were the case, I would still have plentiful reasons, given my tastes in games, to be targeting a Series X. All right, so thanks for letting me take that break, guys. There's some topics I just got to give a little extra time to. All right, let me catch up with just a couple thoughts here, and then I'll make my selection. Johnny Jet says, I was lucky to get a PS5 myself. I also am blessed to have a good enough gaming PC, so I don't need an Xbox because of the PC Game Pass. By the way, Game Pass is insane value. That's another topic I could get off on. It is for the right kind of gamer. I don't think it holds a lot of appeal to me because of the Netflix nature of how things can come in and out of Game Pass. I'd always be worried that the game that I want to play will leave Game Pass when I want to take my time with it. I don't want to rush through it, you know. So that has me hesitant to pull the trigger. The difference would be the first-party studio games, which are likely to just be on there in perpetuity. So you could pretty much get Game Pass if that's enough value among those games for you. Then you know, and conceivably it could be. So yeah. Rugged Warrior says that indie game is the game that might make me get a Series X. Oh, In Exile is the studio. Thank you, Johnny Jets. In Exile. And I'm not sure which indie game you're talking about, Rugged Warrior, but I have noticed, I have looked on with not quite longing, but a little bit of envy at some of the indie games that end up coming to Series X instead of PS5. I'm like, what? No love for PS5? Okay. You know? So, yeah, Kuba Booba says, I just hope Starfield doesn't turn out like Fallout 76 with the always online feature. Yeah, I would think and hope that it won't. A lot of differences going on in terms of the production and the behind-the-scenes stuff going on with those two projects. I think Starfield is going to be much more likely to be a single-player, you know, core Bethesda RPG experience. But I don't need to get into the reasons why. But I think we have good reason to think that it's not going to be, you know, like at all like 76. Okay. Yeah, I don't like missing out on lockpicking opportunities because I'm just such a loot junkie. Oh man, look at that. Only 14 minutes left for us tonight. Gosh, I might just put it all into lockpicking for now. Hack restricted computer terminals. That's probably good. Yeah, that's good for now. I might want that. They could call this the Sarah Connor perk. No. No. Ooh, let's do this. I like Swift Learner. Okay. Yep. All right. Well, let's save here. Haven't done that in a little bit. Oh, you know what? Let's go over here. Oh, I guess I don't need to stop there. My marker's taking me this way. Single-minded. Single-minded. Maybe I'll get some quests that'll take me back there eventually. Oh! Rugged Warrior says indie equals Indiana Jones. So the indie game he was referring to, I wondered about the spelling there. You put I-N-D-Y instead of I-N-D-I-E. Okay, that's the game that's making you want to get a Series X. Okay. Oh, I missed a turn or something here. Johnny Jet says, my fiance has an Xbox One of her own, and so I got Game Pass Ultimate, and it works both on my PC and her Xbox console. That's cool. We are playing through the entire Halo series couch co-op. Sweet. Let's see. One of my limbs is damaged here. Let's take a look at that. Sleep in a bed, find a doctor, use a stim pack. I'm going to use a stim pack. Oops. Alright, we're probably okay for now. Although I might need some more stim packs before too terribly long.
Had enough?
Okay. No, I'm good. Alright. What the crap? I just fixed that leg! Oops. Sometimes I use VATS. I didn't do it that time, but I was just reminded that, oh yeah, I can do that. Sometimes I use VATS just to line up my shot. Go into VATS, then out of VATS again, and it's fire. Alright. What was that? Huh. Oh yeah, let's go with this weapon. More bullets. Well... Oh! Music's picking up. Oh, yeah. Somebody spotted me. Are they coming for me? There was somebody running over there. Yeah, not showing up on VATS. Who's over here? Oh, is it just a creature? Is that the bird that's picking up? Yeah, it was. Huh. And I get 2 XP for killing a bird. Alright, nice. Hey, Adam. Adam says, hey, Peter, I just remembered you're streaming today. Yeah, actually, just finishing up here. I got about 8 minutes left before I'm done. But good to see you in the chat. Boy, got a bit of a walk here. Anybody got any hopes for E3 or other summer gaming event announcements this summer? Oh, look at these things. What in the world are these things, man? I have no memory of these things. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Look at these. Oh, man. Oh, crap, I forgot. Oh, I forgot about the thing with the stim packs. Don't I have enough... Oh, no, okay, I got some... My stim packs weren't responding. I was like, oh, do I not get health back right away from taking stim packs? I thought I did. Let's see here. Oh, it's the wrong button, Peter. That was your problem. I think I'm used to having it in the right space in my... I should probably change that. Yeah, I gotta change that, because my instincts have reminded me now of where I had that quick slotted before. Aid, stim pack... That's where I want them to be. And then I'll put that gun, the weathered pistol. Oh wait, no. That's not the one I want. It's the 9mm. Should we repair that? Let's repair that. Okay. Okay. And then we can put... Let's put the laser pistol down there. Oh, you don't have many rounds. Well, you got more than the other one. How about this caravan shotgun? Let's put that there. Or sturdy caravan shotgun. Even better. Look at that. Well, what are we thinking, guys? Better. Oh, he's got the glitch bug. Jeez. There we go. All right, I'm going to have to start using non-stim pack forms of health regeneration here. I usually, before like too terribly long in these games, have a big supply of stim packs, and I don't need to, but I think in this game, because unlike Fallout 3, you don't get health back immediately from different health sources, except for stim packs, those are the only ones that give it back to you immediately, that I need to take advantage of some of these that I normally wouldn't in other Fallout games. Ooh. What are my stats looking like? I might yeah, that's perfect right about now. Doctor's bag. Good. Let's drink this. And how am I did that doctor's... Oh yeah, totally. One doctor's bag gets you all your limb stats back. That's awesome. Okay. Sweet. So is my health regenerating? It is. Okay. Well, while that's regenerating, Kuba Booba says, I don't know what to expect from E3 this year. I'm looking forward to playing King of Seas next week and Open Country next month. Sweet. Rugged Warrior says, would like to Star Wars Fallen Order 2 get announced. Oh, to see that get announced. Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. There's that explosion again. Is somebody kind of lagging behind me with grenades that they're just juggling or something? Johnny Jet says, more deets on Starfield for sure. Yeah, I really... Oh, and Johnny Jets also says, Avowed from Obsidian 2. That's what I want. I want Avowed and a release date within the first half of 2022. I don't think it's realistic. They might have even said it's further out than that already, so I might have forgotten what we've already heard confirmed about that game. But whatever. I'm going to say 2022, sometime 2022, I want a release date for Avowed. And I want Starfield before the end of this year. Those are probably my top two things that I most want to be announced at E3 right now. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, that shotgun worked pretty well. Let me go back to this 9mm though. It's dark out. I'm glad that the monsters... Well, maybe they do get more dangerous. I haven't played this game in so long. Maybe they do get more dangerous at night. Some games they do. Is that a mole rat? I think it is. Was. Yeah. Wish I had the option to eat it right from there when I'm picking it up. That'd be nice. What is this? Can I pick this up? Probably not. Okay. Not that kind of game. Rugged Warrior says, info on the James Bond game that's in the works. Oh, from the guys that do the Hitman series? Yeah, I'm sure you're not alone in that. They seem like a really good fit for that, given how well received their Hitman games have been. Johnny Jet says, Game Pass also gets EA Play with Ultimate, which includes games from BioWare as well. Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. I wonder if I don't know enough about like EA Play to know if games cycle in and out of there. That's kind of the most significant hang up for me with that whole thing is the idea that sure it has a game I want now, but will it have it when I want it? But if you are the type of gamer and your play style is such that you can work that system, you are absolutely right that it's insane value. Just insane. Yeah, it does surprise me though that like when people in games media talk about Game Pass, they almost never mention that caveat of like games do cycle in and out of that service, you know. Let's see. All right. Well, that's where I'm going to stop it for now. Yeah, this has been fun, guys. Like playing these games this way. Hopefully you enjoyed this time, too. It was really cool interacting with you guys and just kind of shooting the crap and talking about whatever's on your mind. Thanks for watching and chatting with me and helping me figure out some things, think through some things as I make my Terminator-y types of decisions. You can look, there should be in the description below, I can't remember offhand what the next date is that I'm doing this, but it's in the description below, so would love to have you come back for that. That's all for now. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.